Work smarter, not harder. If you guys have been following my channel for any length of time, you've heard me say it at least, at this point, probably about 1,000 times. I've said it so many times, it's my life mantra. It's going to be on my headstone. I might as well have it tattooed on my chest. So today, we're going to talk about moisture probes and how it fits in with one of my favorite sayings. This evening, I'm in my bean field. I'm Tyler Tobald.
I'm David Sloan.
Welcome back to JTAC Farms.
So what we have here is what we call a CRM probe, or continuous root zone monitoring probe. It's a soil moisture and temperature probe with 6 sensors on it. So it's basically 40 inches long, but we've got another 12 inches on the bottom where there's battery. So it's got its own power source and a transmitter. And that transmitter is going to transmit from below ground. So we're actually going to bury this so the top of it is 4 inches under the ground. And it's going to record moisture and temperature 2 inches down from the top, 4 inches down from there, and then every 8 inches all the way down. So we're basically going down to just more than 3 feet in the soil. And it's going to continuously record every 30 minutes, day, night, 365 days a year. And it's going to transmit that to a little relay that we're going to stand up a few feet away. And that's going to go back to the internet via a cell phone. So we're going to put this in the ground, put it underground, and it's going to sit there. It should work for the next 7 or 8 years and not miss a beat. If you want to take the transmitter away from it, get it out of the way for field operations, so if we're planting or harvesting or spraying, you can quite simply take that away. And this has got logging on it, so it'll keep logging for up to 6 weeks, so you don't lose any data. So we'll put this in the ground. So I'm out here in this bean field and we're getting ready for harvest. But, well, we've got a problem. We've got our telemetry in the way, except it's so easy to get it out of the way. All you have to do is come and slide it out of the tube. In this case, we've got a tube in the ground to make it really easy. If it was actually in the ground, like buried, it's no problem. You just give it a twist, pull it up. But we can walk away and take this out of the way for harvest. And then when harvest is done, we simply come and bring it back, stand it up. There is 6 weeks of logging for the probe under the ground. And so I've got plenty of time to come and bring it back. But that's what we want to do, is get this out of the way. Don't forget, if you're a grower or if you're a dealer or a consultant, make sure you tell your growers, don't run over them. So there we are. We've actually pre-measured this to 4 inches under the ground. So now we just have to backfill the hole and the installation is complete.
Now with that probe 4 inches below the surface, since we're 100% no-till here, I can just plant straight through this field, right over the top of it, year after year after year, and not have to worry about hitting it. That is the beauty of this system. It's in the ground. for years. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be there. It's going to be sending you data 24/7, 365. You don't have to pull it out, then plant, then forget to put it back in, and then be missing a bunch of data. It's going to be there the entire time. Now you might be asking yourself, and you'd be forgiven for asking this, but Tyler, you guys are all dry land. You know, that kind of stuff's for irrigators, right? Well, to that I'd say no. You know, having continuous root zone monitoring is not just for irrigated. Dryland guys, like me, can get a lot of benefit from the data these things provide to us. I'm monitoring my root zone, and this is going to help me make decisions on what I plant here and when I plant. Or if at the end of the season, when I'm kind of trying to decide whether a late season fungicide pass is worth it or not, I have all the data I need to look at the ground and go, oh, okay, well, the ground's pretty well out of gas. You know, everything's burning up. We don't have any moisture to grow or do anything with. Maybe a late season pass isn't justified. Or I can also say, oh, okay, I've got plenty of moisture. Let's, you know, give it a late season foliar, give it some extra nutrients. You know, we can actually hit the gas because we know exactly what the field is capable of. Continuous root zone monitoring isn't just for cash crops either. It's a full look at the health of your soil profile. Do you have a bit of a hard pan at, say, 10 inches, where a lot of plow pans used to be, and your water is not infiltrating past that, and your roots are not infiltrating past that? Maybe that's something you need to take care of. You will see that with this monitoring. You'll see that rain get to there and it won't go down any further. That's going to let you know that, hey, I've got some soil health issues that I need to address sooner rather than later. One of the things that I'm so excited about is because I'm a regenerative farmer, I'm trying to make this soil better than when I found it. And having this monitoring the entire soil profile, I am now able to look and get a better picture of what I'm seeing. I'm being able to see how deep my roots are going. I'm able to see how much better water is infiltrating now that we've been no-till for so long, that we've been keeping more residue on the surface, incorporating more cover crops, livestock, etc., etc. Because I can talk until I'm blue in the face about all the benefits of regenerative agriculture and all these different better practices. But unless I have data to back up what I'm saying, well, I'm just another guy talking on the internet. This is going to give me the cold, hard facts, that crisp, clear data that I'm looking for. If you've been around my channel for any length of time, you know that I have a penchant for doing different types of experiments and things like that. It's not a year on JTech Farms if I don't have at least a half a dozen experiments running. On this field, this is beans right now, we've got 2 moisture sensors in here. After the beans, we're going to be planting wheat through here. And per our rotation, after wheat comes cover crop. I am working on an experiment where I'm going to be planting cover crop over this whole field after the wheat, our typical multi-species blend, and over one of these moisture sensors, I'll have the cover crop. Over one, I'm going to leave it completely blank and treat it like traditional chem fallow. I'll even get out my little gator sprayer and everything and come out and chemically terminate the weeds and things like that. That way I can show just how much moisture the cover crops use versus how much I'm losing to evaporation in the hot Kansas sun. As the season goes, we're going to be following along. When we get some rains, I'll show you what everything looks like with the charts, everything like that, to show you just how much moisture we're getting, where our roots are going down to, and all that kind of good stuff. Right now, there's not really a whole lot of moisture to look at because, well, it's been 90 degrees for the last 3 weeks with lots of wind and no rain, and, well, we're a bit dry right now. Here's hoping that's going to change, and when it does, I'll be here to talk to you and show you what happens. I'd really like to thank David with GroGuru for coming out, getting these things installed. I am really excited for all the data I'm going to get to see. I'm a nerd. I like data. It's just who I am. And I look forward to getting to show you guys everything else too. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Hope to see you back next time. As always, thanks for stopping by.